Don't worry about it. But with all that out of the way, I think it is time to begin. So, as we open the comic book, we are quickly regaled with the events of the last few weeks. As after the protests where Penumbra took power, rapidly the city has been Halcyon City has fallen under the sway of Professor Penumbra and the AEGIS security forces. What? We just hit a sub goal, but how? Because an anonymous user gifted 10 tier 1 subs. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Anonymous. You shouldn't be anonymous while gifting subs.
Who are you?
We want to cheer you on. Also, 10 subs does get you the unlocking of a moment. So if you are that anon and you want to unlock someone's moment, just yell out in chat.
Yes, Leon. Big kiss.
And if the anon doesn't do it, I'll say that we'll give it to the person who needs it most. But just like the first episode, first prequel. But as we go into the backstory, a bunch of the city has fallen under the control of both Penumbra and the AEGIS agency. Heroes and villains alike who didn't choose to join up or didn't go into hiding quickly enough ended up having to. Sorry, I've completely lost track of where I was because of that donation.
You're so mysterious and sexy.
Incredibly so, yes. But heroes have
heroes be sad.
Some heroes and villains have thrown their lot in with Professor Penumbra and have joined to keep the city safe by keeping it under control. Some have refused and thus have been interned in prison camps. Some have, like the 5 of you, hidden themselves away in safe houses, out of the eyes of out from under the watchful eye of AEGIS and the strings of Penumbra, the shadow puppeteer. So, as we start, the 5 of you are seated around a rickety dinner table in your hideout. Watching a hollow from the previous team of heroes who went out to take out a prison. Well, technically, they went to save a bunch of people from the prison, but then one of the heroes got the great idea of placing devices around the prison and collapsing it in on itself, not with the prisoners inside, but with the prison guards inside.
Was that hyper-focus?
That was hyper-focus.
It does sound like a hyper-focus move.
My buddy right there. I know that guy. Chill, dude.
Goon probably saw, like, in the hollow, I guess. It's like a video, right? Like, that's my friend.
I know that guy. It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing me.
Yeah, Super G would probably recognize Ipe as well, and Saturnalia, and Isagami. Wow,
however,
I know a lot of people.
has also sent the 5 of you a secret file describing Project Heartlight, a project that was recently, like a few months ago, cancelled on the orders of Professor Penumbra. a device that exists to create hard light constructs and barriers, and something that they theorize could very well be Penumbra's weakness. This hard light device can be found in the AEGIS secure facility, which Super G and Aguila are familiar with because this is where they came from. This is the facility Omega 01, a high security research facility. And this is ultimately where you will need to go to make sure that Penumbra can be stopped. But before we do that, you guys have been cooped up for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. How have you all been handling it? Have you been lashing out to people? Have you been stressed? Have you brought down the cops on everyone in a previous building by TikToking too much and forced everyone to relocate to this rickety shelter? Seraphim, let's go.
I had my phone taken away, and I'm rather upset.
Oh no!
I have been tweaking for about 48 hours because apparently we're not supposed to live stream this to our personal accounts. And I don't actually know what to do with my hands. So I've gotten really into crochet.
He's doing dance challenges in the corner.
Seraphim just doesn't understand OPSEC.
I have been desperately trying to like put back together the crushed pieces of my cell phone. Just like because what am I supposed to do? Go out and buy another one with this space? Absolutely not. I'll be recognized by my many fans.
Seraphim is that one person who takes a selfie of themselves at a protest and tags everyone.
Right, tags everybody and the local PD. I definitely. Every few minutes, I just turn to somebody and go, my notifications are just blowing up right now. I just know it, and I have no idea. I can't check them. I don't even.
Meanwhile, Aguila, how are you handling this? Because I think you are the one who crushed the phone.
Easily.
I think for a second she would have thought about making an accident out of it. But then one extra stomp to make sure it was atomized. Would there be sharp metallic objects around? Broken pipes or
not anymore.
shrapnel?
If you want to.
I mean, this is it's a house, a boarded up, abandoned house, but there is a silverware drawer.
I think because one of Aguila's powers is like strength and accuracy and speed, you would just find her like obsessively putting her hand on the table, taking the knife and
oh god, that game.
Whatever metal implements she's using, be they skinny butter knives or metal chopsticks or half-leaded pipes, it is going through this table. There are more holes than there is wooden table.
Now we're going to go to Goon real quick because Goon, you see this happening.
I was gonna like fuck with people because that's my way of coping and lashing out at others, and I know it's unhealthy, but I can't really go to therapy right now to fix any of that. So I've been making random notification sounds near Seraphim just so they kind of get stuck in the head. I was gonna try and fuck with Aguila, but then I saw that and decided, no, maybe not.
Now,
I think I'll stick with Seraphim.
Next up, Nimbus looks like if looks could kill. Nimbus would have an additional superpower. Nimbus, what are you doing in this, when this is happening?
I've realized that, well, since we're in hiding, I need to change my look a little bit because I was just a little bit too obvious with the bright yellow shirt. So I've kind of gotten my Sarah Connor on, and I've gone for like darker muted colors that kind of like, and then like no sleeves to kind of like show off the guns a little bit, small caliber guns, you know, even though that has nothing to do with my superpowers at all. You know, just like suns out, guns out, you know, and also, you know, tied the hair back so it doesn't get in the way. Something that you notice is that female superheroes always can find a hair tie. That's like a universal. Sure. That's like a universal superpower, and so I've manifested a hair tie. And
you.
Yes. So, and you know, like the little like gloves and all that. So, and in this current situation, I am focusing my mind by very obsessively playing solitaire. Like I have a pack of playing cards and I'm just like getting all those combinations, just trying not to pay attention to all of the tomfoolery going around me.
Okay. Now we have one person left. Anne, how is Super G coping with all of this? Your parents, luckily, were not in the let's go full fascist camp and have actually joined a different resistance cell. So you sporadically have been getting updates from them. However, the last time you got, they checked in with you, Seraphim saw your phone and made a mad dash for it, at which point that phone too was destroyed.
You could download TikTok on that phone, and then I could just log in real quick.
So phones are the problem.
So, Gabby is visibly, like, upset because it's her only way to communicate with her parents has now been smashed on the floor. And she is about to have a meltdown, but she's, like, staring at Seraphim, and she, like, wills herself not to have a meltdown specifically in front of Seraphim. And then she stomps off and, like, not knowing her own strength, she just kind of punches a wall just because she's so upset.
Okay, let me just flip a coin. Heads 1, it's load bearing. Tails 2, it's not load bearing. Oh, you're lucky. It's not load bearing.
Wow. Thanks, Pam. I definitely think there is, like, Seraphim turns to the rest of the group and goes, man, you know, I knew fascism would have some bad effects, you know, but I never thought TikTok would be a victim, you know?
Seraphim, spell fascism.
Bro,
without the spell check on his phone? How horrifically mean of you.
P-H?
Anyway.
You know what? I don't need to spell. I'm too famous.
Look at the things that fascism has destroyed, like my ability to connect with my fans.
Now the only form of income I have now is my OnlyFans. Are you happy?
Just wait until he runs out of access to hair product. Then we'll all be in trouble.
I don't want to talk about that.
Luckily, OnlyFans is still up, although they did have an attempt getting a secondary service up just for AEGIS members called OnlyFash. Sorry.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I feel targeted, Tav.
If
honestly,
Gun Girl had her OnlyFans.
I would not be surprised if this, like, because we live in the stupid decade. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 4 years there will be an OnlyFash.
So she's lost her only way to contact her parents, who are like the only sane people she knows. And she goes over to Aguila and says, "Hey, you want to spar?" I would ask literally anyone else, but they're not as strong as we are, so I'm just afraid to break someone. So you wanna?
I wouldn't mind even being broken right now. It make me feel something again.
Look, I know things are bad
anymore.
I know things are bad. Let's just, it'll help you to, just spar, throw a few punches, and then she gestures over her shoulder at the hole she punched in the wall. I mean, I think it's probably better than punching a wall to do the sparring. It's probably more productive.
Probably, yes.
Let's find a safe place.
Okay, so as this is happening, you
Can I-
all...
Can I, it's gonna fail horribly because I still have my one condition, but could I attempt to, which one is it? Which is it? Comfort or
powerful blow?
support Aguila?
Oh, okay.
No, comfort or support?
Sure, you can.
It's
Although
not
I
gonna
was-
work. Hold on, what is it? Yeah.
I was going to ask beforehand, because we're
Let's
now
go.
moving out of the... what has...
No,
Is Anne just ignoring me?
No, I think Anne could not hear you.
Not visible.
Her connection's a bit spotty right now.
Yeah, I can tell that.
We have her back?
Before we do that, I'm going to go over everyone, because now we've discussed what happened in the past, and we're going to move into what's happening in the present. So, starting with Goon this time, based on your interactions so far, who is getting influence over you?
I mean, in my playbook it says if I talk about my past life.
No, this is specifically based on the interactions you've just had. This is not character generation.
Okay. Aguila, probably. I'm so scared. I'm so scared I'll do whatever they say. Anything. I'm so
I mean,
scared.
you're allowed to give it to more, or you give influence to more people at this point. It's just you don't have to follow your playbook rules.
Okay. I think Aguila, Super G, because I just saw her punch in a wall. Maybe Nimbus too. Everybody but Seraphim.
What are you trying to say?
But
And
also,
Super
wait,
G.
you're my guilty pleasure on TikTok, aren't you? I think I'm gonna follow my
Everyone is influenced on you. Cool. Super G,
Also,
who has it?
wait, okay.
Say that I probably at least everybody broke down crying at some point, or not like crying, or at least he would absolutely vehemently deny he wasn't crying and be like, I miss Hex so much. We haven't been apart for this long since ever.
Oh no.
Since before I met him.
Yeah. I just want to get pizza again.
Won't let us have pizza here.
No, because ordering pizza might get the faster on you.
God damn it. Okay, no
We
pizza.
all know that
just bites.
we all know that the FBI taps all of the delivery apps.
It's true. All right. So, we're talking influence?
Yeah, who has influence
We're
over
talking-
you now?
I have a question. So I have a bunch of people who still have influence on me from last time, which is
Double influence
essentially
isn't a thing.
everyone.
Influence is a boolean.
Yeah, like, does it give them potential instead? I don't remember what the rule is.
No, I'd say they'd maintain influence on you.
Okay.
And
in that case, everyone in this room except for Goon has influence on me, I think. Yeah, that tracks.
Cool. Aguila, who has influence over you?
Since the last time I've played, Super G had influence over me. In this instance, I see this person with a skateboard crying. I see Seraphiming. But this other person who I haven't worked with before, Nimbus, we're all respectively a mess, but I feel that they're presenting at least like they have something. So like there's a slight like nod of like I'm going through some shit, but I'll have your back.
Coping.
They seem to be less of a mess.
I put the
could be totally wrong.
So Super G and Nimbus get influence over Aguila. Nimbus, who has influence over you of this wacky mess of people?
Okay, well, since I grew up around, goons and minions, I'm somewhat sympathetic to their plight. I would say that Goon has influence.
Are you saying that you are a card-carrying member of the Goonion? Perhaps we'll see.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how I'm going to pay my dues since I'm broke.
I met one time at
Rip.
a villain ball function.
But yeah, I would say Goon.
Awesome. Seraphim, who has influence over you?
So, originally nobody, because I was very cool and chill and awesome, and I still am, to be clear. But I think now everybody, I'm just gonna drop influence for everybody. Because I feel like I'm in a state right now where positively or negatively, almost anybody could affect me in almost any way. I truly, if you walked up to me and said, I'm your biggest fan, please, throw yourself in front of a train. I would be like, will you say I did a good job if I did?
He's very fragile right now.
I'm this close to, because here's the thing, right? The fascist superheroes still have TikTok, okay? So I'm not saying I'm close to being a fascist.
They're getting all the views now. They are beating you in the algorithm.
Somebody tagged. All I know is that the other day I walked past a big old virtual billboard, and somebody had tagged me to challenge me to a wrestling match, and I couldn't even say yes. I was invited to Creator Clash, and I'm not even allowed to go. This is ridiculous.
However, with that, we have now everyone has influence over you, Seraph?
Yes.
So
yes,
everyone
absolutely.
has influence over Seraphim, and as the message comes in, you, Super G and Aguila, make their way out to start sparring. Super G, now is your time to support.
This is gonna go horrible, but I'm trying.
Okay.
Hits me.
So, Gabby and Elsie are talking, right? And how long ago was it from this point in time, from between the last prequel and this point in time? How much time has passed?
84 years.
A few weeks. Since the
Okay.
thing began, right? Ooh. That is not good.
So that worked out terrible.
I said hit me.
When you comfort or support someone and you fail, mark potential and the GM makes a move. Okay, now you go ahead and mark potential. You guys continue role-playing what happens.
Okay.
I'm going to think about how I'm going to make your life a living hell.
So then, when Aguila says hit me, then she starts going for the swing, and then as they're sparring, she's saying, I had some time to think for the last few weeks, and I decided, I'm done with AEGIS. It's not for me. And I mean, my parents have been doing this whole resistance thing, and I think that maybe you should consider.
And now I'm going to turn your move back on
joining
you.
the resistance.
Now I'm going to turn your move back on you.
No.
As Aguila, you see this as a complete insult.
I'm gonna get the crap beaten out of me.
So you had a choice. So you had time to think. Time that would have been better spent on finding solutions.
The resistance is a solution, don't you think? And she's just she's got her hands up in the air, prepared for
Solutions have
to
a mean to success.
Hey, resistances can have success if you give it a chance.
Like we gave AEGIS all the chances.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I was just suggesting that maybe we could do something different together. Please don't hurt me.
See, that's the funny part. That's what AEGIS wanted from us. For us to do everything together. For us to be exactly the same.
She kind of puts her hand down, puts her guard down, and then it's like what Aguila said hit her. It hit really differently, and Super G's like, yeah, you're right. I mean, we're not the same. We're... Okay, listen. It's kind of weird finding out that you're a clone of someone else, and I'm trying to figure out what that means for me, and, you absolutely have a point. I highly respect your viewpoints and things. I just...
I will say you have changed tact enough, and you've made enough of an impassioned speech that I will let you attempt to provoke Aguila.
That is not going to work out for me either. But hey, you know what?
Oh, I know it
More
won't,
potential for me.
You can.
I don't. Oh God! Why do you do this? Wait, hold on.
Listen, Neff. Teenage
Oh, wait,
superheroes have only
wait,
two
no, I thought-
angst
no, wait,
and
it's provoke.
chaos.
Right?
Provoke.
Okay, this
yeah.
is going to be great.
Yeah. Teenage superheroes have two speeds, literally. Angst and chaos. But this is the angst bit. You were saying that this was going to go great for you.
What the? No! This
So
is
listen.
crap.
You know what? Fine. Maybe the solution is you're meant to be the better one. You're meant to be an improvement. I'm garbage. I'm yesterday's news. I am everything and every failure that AEGIS is.
And now I'm going to make a move again, because I get to do that when you fail. Aguila,
Yeah.
would you say that this is the moment when you storm out?
I was kind of leading up to that.
Okay. As you go ahead and finish what you're saying, I will take narrative control the moment you storm out.
So, I look forward to seeing your successes. I genuinely do.
Wait, that's not what I said.
And that's what I'm hoping for you. Because there's no hope for me anymore.
That's not true. I have hope for you.
Then it's misplaced. I'll see you later.
And as Agila walks out the door, and the door slams
Can I just say? Can I just
you
say
are cut
as
off in your last thing you're saying. But you can say it.
No. No, okay, like as I don't know if Agila hears this.
Yeah, you can
But,
definitely say it.
Okay, so she just yells at a retreating Agila. I'm a part of you and you're a part of me. That doesn't change just because AEGIS is bullshit. And then whatever.
Those words either fall on deaf ears or just don't reach Agila as the door shuts and you hear the sound of a bike as Agila is starting to drive away.
Did you steal my
I
motorcycle?
was gonna say, I was super.
No,
you know what? Fuck it, it can be.
I figured Agila had her own bike as well.
If the GM's giving me a bike, I have a bike. I'm cool with that too.
Okay, I was like, no, I was just wondering if she got so mad that she just stole Super G's bike.
As you hear that, only moments later, you hear the sound of sirens and the sound of multiple heavy rotorcraft. As when all of you race out on the street, Agila is gone. There are signs of struggle, and her bike is lying on the street, with wheels still spinning. As you look up in the sky and you see 2 AEGIS rotorcraft flying off due north, which you know is the direction of Omega 01.
For the record, I as a player did not do this.
No, this
I love it. I love it. I love it.
No,
disclosure, I used the move, the GM move, capture someone.
You bastard!
You met me.
Yes. You do only do this because I gave consent, and it's fine.
I look around at everybody, and I mean, I know Goon can't do shit right now.
I have a skateboard. For
Nimbus,
transportation.
do you have flying abilities?
Sadly, no.
Okay, then I turn to everybody, and I turn to Super G, and I just go like, God damn it, and I unleash my wings and fly after these things.
Are you being the responsible one?
I don't wanna, but I can't.
The good part is, for the rest of you, you have a decent idea of where they're taking her and where Seraphim is heading.
I'm gonna go on my bike. I'm gonna go vroom vroom.
Can I ghost ride with you?
I can have one person. I can.
Well, Nimbus can get on, and then Goon can skitch on the back. Hold on to the back.
I'm like.
I mean, technically, Agila's bike is still there.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
A bike.
Motorcycle. Goon on a
Big step
motorcycle,
up
please.
from skateboard.
So yeah, as you all start making your way, Gaynor, Seraphim is first to arrive, but Goon, Super G, and Nimbus are all tailing relatively closely. You see this hexagonal building, full on concrete, with shutters for the windows, and it's sitting kind of in this dense forested area with metal fencing, guard towers surrounding it, and inside the 2 rotorcraft, you see land, and you see a unconscious Agila being dragged out by 2 AEGIS goons into. And sorry, I just realized that I did. But 2 AEGIS agents into the hexagonal facility. Omega 01.
Can
I go to use my phone to take a picture and then remember.
can I okay, I'm gonna probably regret this, but can I run in there and attempt to do something with one of my moves? Because they're AEGIS agents, correct? The ones that have Agila?
Yes.
Okay.
However, they're very quite far away, so there's a good chance you won't be able to affect them.
Oh, okay. So I thought we were close enough for me to like chase after them or something.
You are able to follow them to where they're going, not necessarily to catch up with them. They are They are going as the crow flies with rotorcraft at like 400 kilometers an hour, whereas you are driving at. I mean, if you're responsible, 50 to 100. If you're irresponsible, 100 to 200, but nothing over that.
Damn it! Even irresponsible, I won't be able to catch up that fast. Damn.
But what was it that you wanted to do? Because maybe it's still possible, or maybe an alternative is still possible.
Well, no, I wanted to. If I can catch up with them somehow, I'm going to regret this. But the soldier move that I have from Agila, well, it's not really a move. It's like a feature.
Mm-hmm.
I have an additional label called soldier. And it's play, and it says okay. There is a move there that says if you invoke your authority over civilians, Halcyon city personnel, or Aegis staff, roll plus soldier.
Right. Okay. So that one, I'm afraid, won't be useful.
But it
for
doesn't
you.
say that I give. Yeah, there's a section of it that lets me do that. So I was just gonna like try to intimidate them into like.
Oh my god!
Giving Agila back.
Someone just donated money because we're at $611 raised. Let me double check who raised it. The Never Squid donated $200, yelling, "This is why we wear the mask." What do you want for those $200, by the way? Because that's a lot of money.
We need to get hot sauce or something?
No.
Wow.
I need.
Thank you so much.
That door will open in a moment, and a mask will come through. Producer.
Everyone advances.
Goon and Agila get
Everyone
moments of truth.
advances. Nice. I'm gonna use my advance to unlock my moment of truth. Oh yeah.
I won't be hearing what you're saying for a moment. Don't abuse this power.
Man, that Tavernaut is a really cool guy. Honestly, I think that this team is like just such a good idea and such a good cause. And you know, I think abortion should be a basic human right, and Tav's out here making that possible. Man, what a guy! Do you think this is what he expected me to say?
Oh my god, Gascinator, calm down. Calm down. Those things you just said.
Spanish enough for that.
Look.
This was a mistake.
You didn't hear
I regret
them.
this already.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I
Who
had
used
my
it, Gainer?
moment of truth, spilling the truth on Tav while you were putting your mask on.
Look. He won't be able to hear the words until he watches the VOD, so you have time to save yourself.
You have
from his
time to
wrath.
flee Ireland. Because it only takes me like €60 to go to Ireland.
Americans.
This is correct.
No, I think I'd rather stay in Ireland and get beat up by Tav.
Given the choice between America and getting beat up by Tav, yeah, I choose getting beat up by myself as well.
I mean, I'd also choose
Gaynor,
to
you're
beat up
muted.
myself.
Gaynor, you're
Yeah.
still muted. Yeah.
I got it. I was just saying that Tav probably couldn't do much, so it'd probably be worth it to just stay. So
Right.
Leon, I'm afraid that is not how immigration law works. Anyway, heroic youngsters. Because we
Hello.
were actually doing something before that massive donation went in, and we went like, "Oh my god, I need to do things." By the way, at that we are $140 away from the Salmiak shot, and I don't know what you wanted for your reward, Nev.
Everyone
okay.
advances.
Everyone and Goon and Nagila get their moment of truth. Cool. Everyone get your advances ready, and Goon and Nagila know that you have a moment of truth available.
Holy moly.
I just whenever appropriate, I guess.
I took
Whenever
I took a
appropriate.
move. The move is called It Feels Kind of Personal. It's very on brand right now.
Okay, but
Yeah, the move I took is not so different.
I just unlocked my moment of truth with my advancement.
you want on screen two teenage heroes have two faces, angst and chaos. Cool.
Yeah.
Taking that off.
Is it chaos time?
Depends when Goon's moment comes.
Teenage heroes have two faces.
Oh.
Angst and chaos. Like that. Big doing it life energy once again.
Yay!
Save that. Move that here. Edit it one more time because big doing it life energy means that I fuck shit up sometimes. There we go. Close that again. Save and resize so it fits. Big doing it life energy. Done. Cool. But with that, you arrive as you see Seraphim sitting on a rooftop, looking over the facility, all brooding because he couldn't even take a picture.
a couple empty bottles of black spray paint, cans of spray paint, are next to them, and you can see they've spray painted their wings black.
Do I?
That can't be
hey,
healthy.
I have a question. Do I still have the Oh wait, do I still have the drone? Do I still have the drone that I had from the first prequel?
Sure.
It's also controlled by cell phone. How do I control this drone now?
Someone else gets to control it.
God damn it! I hate this. I just want to do a clever thing. Well,
I don't think
nobody
anyone
has
has a phone anymore.
Stop breaking our phones, Tav!
I have a phone. I am not sharing it.
Nimbus just doesn't say she has a phone because the moment she'd say that, Seraphim would dive onto it.
And there's definitely a point.
Is there a remote control with this drone?
Nope.
That's not my phone. God damn it!
I can just throw it.
Just a tiny. She looks at this tiny little drone, and she just puts it in her pocket, and she's really sad, and she's gonna just.
But yeah, you're all now sitting on the rooftop together, watching out over this facility. How would you like to approach? Except for Agila. Agila is currently indisposed right now.
Honk shoe. So what are you doing, Recon?
Well, assuming that we can get Seraphim to rein it in for a little bit, I have an idea.
I'm serious now. I'm good.
Okay. So, you all know who I am, or rather, who I'm related to, right?
Yeah.
And we have a henchman.
Super G knows. Can you remind me?
And
I am the daughter of an arch villain. So if
cool.
if this goes right, I could potentially use that to get us inside without raising any eyebrows. And since we have a henchman with us, it could, we could, act that out. And so we have Seraphim with us, who is, let's face it, high profile. We could say that we're bringing him in here for some reason, and while that's happening, maybe Super G could sneak in.
I am identical looking to Aguila.
Also,
I look exactly like Aguila.
Just to say about
Okay.
Seraphim, they have just painted their wings black. That might be enough to disguise them as Black Wings Seraphim.
yeah, the new.
Our TikTok
Was there
villain.
enough paint in that can for both wings?
Okay.
I couldn't get it fully done, so kind of the front is black and the back is still white. So I
Like a
just kinda-
Dalmatian?
So your
Yeah.
your angst in front, party in the back.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so well, keep facing towards the front then. We do this.
My parents used to work for AEGIS. I look exactly like the person they kidnapped. So maybe someone else should do the sneaking in, and you can use me to get to be a distraction.
Yeah, we get in and then have Super G maybe make a move to break in, and that everybody rushes off, and then we have the place to ourselves.
Yeah, Super G's just like, whoa, I got out. Later, losers. Think that Aguila's escaped, and then that's a distraction, right?
I mean,
I'm
we
going
can
to
try
press
it.
you for. I'm going to press you for a choice here, because if you continue for much longer, I'm going to start making moves related to
Yeah.
Aquila.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Right.
it. I'm gonna
Okay.
run in there and cause a distraction by
Oh,
myself.
goodness.
Okay, that sounds quite provoking. Is anyone else doing anything as this?
She's so good at those.
At this
No,
point,
wait,
you
not
see,
provoke.
you are all talking, and Super G just goes, "Fuck it, time for action," and just starts beelining it for the gate.
Can I? It's not a provoke, is it? It's not a directly engage a threat, is it?
Are you trying to get them to do something, or are you trying to just punch through and make your way forward? Punching through would be directly engaging.
I'm trying to essentially be a distraction so everyone else can go save Aguila.
I'd call that provoking.
Okay.
So I will let you change your plan if you want to roll the best check you can.
Okay, so then maybe I'm just gonna start punching people. Just be like, "Hey, asshole!"
You're going to try and just break through. Okay, go ahead. And directly engage a threat.
Excellent. I am going to directly engage a threat with. Hold on, I did this thing before. With Superior.
Also, Rosie, we are sadly enough not sponsored by
Give me
Oreo,
something good
but
this
I
time.
will absolutely take an Oreo sponsorship. And you succeed as you start moving forward, and the rest of you go,
11.
"Oh,
Hell yeah!
oh no, this is happening, isn't it?" As Super G has made her way to the front gate, she just vaults it into the first tower, knocks one of the guards out. Guard goes flying. And honestly, at that point, she's a bullet from a gun, and she's just moving forward. However, as this is happening, we see Seraphim finally grabbing his moment. Look at the guard that is flying, seeing a phone fall out of the guard's pocket as he's flying. Seraphim dashes down from the roof, grabs the phone, and speed dial logs into TikTok, and monologue time.
I'm timing this.
I click live immediately, and I go, all right, everybody. It's time you knew. I'm no longer Suburban Seraphim. I'm a new, darker, more courageous version of the Suburban Seraphim. I haven't thought of a new name yet.
Okay.
But consider. Oh, okay.
Can you change your when you change your name?
Okay, literally, can you let me finish, please? I need you all to know that if there's one thing I've learned from being a TikTok influencer, it's that fascism is bad. Okay? This one thing that I know for sure is that it is bad, and I don't fully get it, but I know that it's bad. Okay?
Can't spell it either.
I can spell it enough to get my phone to. Can you guys let me please? Listen. I know things are really tough right now, I'm sure, for some people, and I know it's bad for me too. And it sucks because I haven't even been online, and I haven't been able to tell you guys just how much I appreciate all of you. But I want you to get out there.
Hearts start appearing on your phone as people are reacting. You start feeling the dopamine rush.
I'm crying. The eyeliner is starting to stream, and I'm just like, listen, guys, you gotta get out there, and I guess maybe spray paint things or whatever people do if you don't have superpowers to fight fascism. You do that, okay? You get out there, and you just, get out, vote, maybe? I don't know what's going on. I don't really understand what's happening, but I just get out there and maybe hit something.
Throwing rocks is pretty fun.
Okay,
yeah,
Seraphim,
I'm now Shadow Seraphim. Also, I've decided my new name is Shadow Seraphim.
The ultimate life form, yeah.
Seraphim, I would like you to provoke.
Yeah, absolutely. I also do have a move relating to talking to my audience.
I know. You can use that.
I think what I'm trying to do here is basically get my audience to go out and start fucking shit up around the city. So I'm going to roll plus superior to seek help from my audience here. So we're gonna see. Foundry has stopped working for me completely. So I'm going to roll here, and I promise to be fully legit.
I can roll it for you as well if you want.
I got dice here, and they are beautiful, so I am going to roll them if that's okay.
Okay, I'll give you this.
I've got beautiful handmade dice here that I'm really excited about. So 9 plus 1, that is a 10.
Okay.
So on a 10 plus, they only make a small demand of me.
Yeah, so as this is happening, people just absolutely stoked with, you know how Twitch streamers sometimes do shit so that they get banned, so that they can be gone for a week and then take a vacation and come back and just get all the views. You get easily twice the audience size that you would normally get on one of your streams. As you look back, you see plumes of smoke are starting to rise up in the city. But what you also see, I was looking for a 10. is a bunch of the Aegis soldiers who are looking at their phones as you are streaming this. Suddenly turn around and basically go, "Are we the baddies?" And you have turned a bunch of the Aegis soldiers anti-fascist as they start attacking the mainline Aegis soldiers.
I would like to. Okay, so I did the directly engage a threat, and I got an 11. I would like to like essentially create an opportunity for my allies.
Yeah. With these two things,
and also, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. So I just want to scare them.
Okay. Yeah, with these two things,
scare all of those Aegis agents.
The flashy Aegis agents are at the point of breaking when some of the Aegis agents who are apparently Serastans turn around and start beating up their former fellow agents.
I yell, "Thanks for being part of the Seraphim gang. Big fan."
And as they're doing that, making wing signs behind their back before beating people up.
God, I need a shower.
God, my merch is awful. I can only imagine it.
Fan get the wing. As that is happening, the Seraphim are basically forcing back most of the Aegis agents. The rest of you are able to use this distraction to make your way through and into the facility. Inside the facility, we see we move the camera as Aguila is sitting in one of those steel interrogation chairs, arms strapped down, so she won't be able to attack anyone. As a man older in a lab coat walks up to her and looks at her. Aguila, I am so disappointed in you. You were supposed to be Aegis's weapon ensuring the safety of all the citizens of this grand city, and instead, what do you do with this? What do you do with this power? You fight and you cause chaos. You resist the control. You resist the control that is going to keep everyone safe. You were supposed to be the city's guardian, to protect the citizens from themselves. And this, your creator, Dr. Schmidt, who was part of the cloning program that created you. Not a father, but someone you would have looked up to in the past. Is going to use his influence on you and attempt to lower your mundane to increase your superior. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like it would be fun.
If I'm acting on orders or relying on training, Aegis automatically gets influence over me when using a base. No, that's not.
Adults always have influence over you by default. They only lose influence if you resist.
Resist.
I'm gonna try to resist because I don't think Aguila's in the mood to listen to anyone right now.
Also, if he succeeds, I just checked your sheet. I didn't have your sheet open before I did this. I just chose what would be logical. If he succeeds, you immediately get 2 conditions.
Yeah.
Because you can't go higher in mundane, lower in mundane, and higher in superior.
Yeah, because I got pushed last time.
Oh dear. If people want to donate for Team Pool, now might be the time.
Didn't we get one?
You did get.
Yes,
I did give you one.
Okay.
We should calculate that, right?
Yeah, I will let Super G support you by you just thinking back to all the times that Super G was there for you and how that proves to you that you don't need to do what Aegis says, even though you're kind of angry at her still. If you want to take that.
I would like to, because I'm going to really need this. It's freaking bad.
Okay, roll your dice. 2d10 plus 1. Or 2d6 plus 1.
I was gonna what? Can I really?
No.
Because it's been a while, is there a single button I can click for resist, or can I just type /
Resist is a move, so you can use the move on your sheet. Alternatively, you can just roll 2d6 plus.
D6 plus what is it?
2d6 plus 1 because you got support, and you want to get at least a 7. That is more than a 7. So when you succeed resisting someone's influence over you, you take rejecting influence. On a 10 plus, you get to choose 2 of the following: clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong, shift 1 label up and 1 label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
+1 forward is, remind me this mechanic. I'm just looking it
I
up myself.
believe that just gives you a bonus die the next time you act against them.
I'll do that latter. As this is being said, I'm gonna do something very non-Aguila. I'm gonna literally just spit in their face.
Okay, so you're clearing a condition or marking potential for your second thing?
Let's clear.
Or are you
condition.
shifting labels?
No, we said shift labels. Shift labels. I'm taking forward to a. I want to have that forward next time I act against this person.
Right, but you can do 2 things. So you cancel their influence and take 1 forward, and you get to do something else.
I cancel the condition. I cancel condition.
You you clear a condition.
Yep,
Did you have any conditions?
Yeah, I had guilty. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no,
Clear.
you clear. So you clear the guilty condition, and you take +1 forward against them as they lose influence over you. And he wipes the spit off his face and goes, "Well, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. We clearly will not be able to get through to you by normal means. So I'm afraid we have to start the conditioning process again." And you remember the conditioning process being this. Now flashbacks start happening to a process where it is essentially brainwashing. And Super G, you hear this as you just peek over a peek. As Aguila, you see Super G peeking out into the room over one of the windows. And then you see Goon's head peeking out over that, Nimbus's head peeking out over that, and then a pair of black wings as Seraphim looks out over that.
Is this a time for a moment of truth?
Can I jump through a window and save Aguila now?
Right now, while we're still transitioning in.
Actually, I think Aguila has a move specifically for this.
Chat has said music is up as well, so.
Oh, right. I forgot again. Sorry.
No, thank you, chat, for letting us know too.
But yeah, Aguila, I think you have a specific move that you haven't used yet. And now would be a perfect time to use it as you see your friends all looking at you. Or, well, friends.
The people who I've been following have followed me. You said Aguila was bound to a metal chair. Are these like the power dampening cuffs? Because
nope.
Oh, so I've just been sitting here.
They're just relatively tight cuffs that you wouldn't easily be able to escape out of without them noticing. However, I mean, you have something. You can do something before you get started.
Well, I'm I'm kind of really annoyed by the sanctimonious speech by someone who I respected and trusted. So first to
Herr Dr. Schmidt? With a name like that, come on.
can I break out of these cufflinks like in an intimidating manner?
That would be one of the things you could do if you if you succeed on the before we get started, because one of those is escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you.
Oh, and you also mentioned that I do see my companions, and I see specifically Super G.
Correct.
Do we fulfill the team assess the situation?
Ooh.
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? Do you
What
still
exactly
have
are
a
you trying to
condition
do?
clear?
I
I have a.
tell me.
Are you trying? Do you want to assess the Do you want to? Do you want a 4 eyes or better
That
assess the situation?
like Agila has nothing left except what is her muscle memory, which is assessing the situation, making a plan, executing plan. Pure soldier brain. If she has nothing left to rely on and everything she knew is torn down, well, she's a loser, but those losers look cool.
Can I? Do we have some sort of device, communications device?
Not anymore, but you
No,
guys
probably
can
not,
see
right?
each other,
No.
and you can see each other, and you do have military hand signs, so you
I'm
can
blinking Morse code to
Yeah.
you.
You can communicate to Agila. Agila can make it clear that she has recognized you, but not that she has. She can't really communicate back.
Can I Morse code her with my eyes?
Okay, so
Not without being incredibly obvious.
yeah, no, it just blinks. Yeah, I just make gestures like military hand signals at her and trusting that she still understands them, like without necessarily being able to respond back. And I would like if we can both assess the situation from where we are standing. One of us can roll the assess the situation, and the other one can clear a condition or ask an additional question. And then we both get +1 while we follow the answers. I hope you have questions.
Go ahead and roll for it.
I have a question.
So, do you have any more conditions?
I am condition
Angela?
clear. I have a savior +3.
Do you have any more conditions? Because I have a condition that makes me really bad at rolling, so you should probably roll this.
What last part?
So, and then I can remove. I have a condition that I would like to remove, and it's affecting my assessing of the situation. I suck at doing it, so I want you to roll it, please.
Okay. I will roll and assess the situation,
Cool.
which is on
Also,
a superior.
Also, people, please
roll high.
please donate more, because this mask is absolutely killing me, and I want to wear a new mask. This is a bad mask. A 9. Did you guys still have team? I think you used your last
I
team,
used
didn't you?
mine. Yeah.
Yeah. So unless someone donates 250 right now, that is a partial success.
Well,
Thank you, whoever allowed my message. Thank you. I swear it wasn't a hate crime.
It was me. I allowed it.
Thank you.
Okay, so
okay, so that is.
I got a question.
Yep. Go ahead and ask it.
Where is Penumbra?
So which of the questions do you want to ask? Yeah, you can ask the question.
You asked the question, where's Penumbra?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have been picking up a bunch of stuff throughout the facility. And the one thing you know for sure, Penumbra is not in this facility.
I have a question, Tav. So, assessing the situation, you get a +1 forward to acting on the answer to the question. Now, my move, the 4 eyes are better, also adds a +1 forward to the answer. Does that stack?
I think so, yeah. So yeah, +2.
Okay. So you actually have +2 forward, Agila.
Take it.
I would like to clear my condition so I can actually assess the situation. Like and not have a penalty, please. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Agila, do you want to roll Savior to get ready for this fight?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Oh no.
That's a partial success. That is hold 2, which you can use to escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you, ignore all harm from one of their attacks, stun them close up or from a distance, cross a distance between them and you, or redirect their attack to another character or nowhere, into a wall or the sky.
Did they not get a +1 forward, or did they use that already?
You do get a +1 forward, so you get hold 3.
It's for.
It's stacked though, +2.
No,
then.
but they have also
No, it's specifically.
No, this is a different forward. She has +1 forward because of the resisting influence.
Okay, so it's a.
So you get 3 of these.
I got you.
Yay, thank you. So learning how to play game.
Okay. So how would you like to proceed?
Well, I can't do any of those ladder things while I'm bound.
Yeah. So one of the holds you are definitely having to use to escape bindings.
I kind of really annoyedly look at Herr Schmidt and.
Herr Dr. Schmidt. He didn't go to medical
Evil doctor
Mad Science
school.
University for you to call him Herr Schmidt.
You see, people get choices, and they are free to make the wrong fucking choice. But they are also free to receive the consequences. Today, I am your consequence for your wrong choices.
Okay.
And
as you breach through the cuffs, and he steps back a bit, concerned, and he seems to be ready to go for a panic button on the wall. At this point, the glass explodes outward as the rest of the team dives in. Tell me, how do you disable this? I don't even want to call him a villain.
this lackey.
Yeah, he doesn't have conditions. This is just another goon.
Oh yeah.
Just another goon. No, I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, no, we come like bursting through the window, right? And then Super G looks at Aguila and says, like, she just kind of points at the doctor and is just like, "You got this? Do you want to, do you want to take the first shot?" Like, she just gestures at the doctor. I'll fight him, but
One
do you
moment.
want it?
Well, you said there was a panic button, Tav?
Yeah.
Can I rip that off?
Yeah, sure.
Break the.
Don't make too much noise while
Can I
you're
break
experiencing your consequences.
Can I roundhouse kick him?
I turn around.
Yeah. As he backs off from Aguila, Super G just flip around. Bang. There's no chance this fails. You're surrounding him. He's a minion. No one gives a fuck. So
He's a
you're not
minion?
standing here. Yeah, this guy
Wait,
is a
hold on.
villain.
No, okay. I think I missed.
Even with his medical degree, he's just a minion.
He's a medical
He's a,
class.
he's a medical minion.
So as oh god, I just realized why Gaynor was reacting to that. No, not that kind of minion.
Like has more influence than anyone. It's a meme format.
But yeah, as he slumps over to the floor, you can make your way out of there, and as you round the corner towards the research facilities, you see inside the labs the hardlight apparatus. As the five of you walk in, the doors to the lab close, and on the balustrades across around the lab, soldiers start streaming in, led by a woman in leather armor with a single robotic arm, who looks down on the five of you, and Aguila and Super G. You are familiar with this person. This is Major Mayhem. And what? Sorry, is anyone else getting static? I can't hear you guys anymore. What? What? Sorry. This.
Tav, hey.
Are you okay? What's
All right,
going
hey,
on?
what the fuck?
Tav, your video's looking a little wonky there.
This is because we
Oh, no.
insulted the minion too much.
Oh, fuck.
We've got a lot of problems right now. Uh-oh.
The soldiers stream in, and this woman steps forward, swinging a black, shiny baseball bat. And she stands with one hand on one hip and laughs. You really thought we'd make it that easy?
I give up.
Good. Good choice. You're on my team. This side of the room.
If I join, can you tell me where you got that cool bat?
Goon, no, we're joking. Goon, don't do this.
Maybe come join me and I'll let you swing this bat.
No, please don't. Goon. I get it. It's a really cool baseball bat. I get it. I really do. We can't do this.
This is your only chance.
I'm gonna look at Super G, and I'm gonna say, we're in this together. And she nods. And then she will look. Could I exert my influence over Goon and say, no bat for you. Don't do it.
Can I resist that?
I don't know if that's a move I could do. I mean, I have an influence, right? Can I just be like, no, don't do it? I don't know how this works.
But I can resist.
I don't know how to. You can.
I can.
You can.
Do you want to? Do you really want
You
to?
can.
Yeah.
No, like, resist the. Oh, we're gonna lose Goon to this shiny bat.
Can I turn to Goon then and say, Goon, listen. If you help us kick her ass with a normal baseball bat, imagine how sick that will look.
I like grab you by the shoulders, like back turned to Madam Mayhem there. I'm like, but it's a really cool bat, and I kind of want to swing it. Wing.
No. Oh, yeah, no. I turned to this party and go, no, Goon! No, how dare you betray us?
I'm
Aquila
sorry.
rushes in to directly engage the threat.
Hey, and then Super G, I wanna. Okay, hear me. Hear me
Gone.
out. Okay, Ada.
Gone.
Oh, damn it.
My
Go
turn.
for it. Roll it. Bear in mind, I can't see Foundry, so on a system, if you succeed, I will believe you.
Okay, I'm going to use my move More Than a Shield. When I directly engage with the threat by heading into danger without regard for my own safety, I roll with Savior.
Okay.
Let's do that. What did I just... Yeah, that one. And roll.
Did it do the thing?
Roll. Okay, I'm gonna manually roll.
You have to hit. Have to hit. Superior. You have to roll superior stat because you're only hitting the move.
I'm going to just roll manually, so we get the show on the roll.
So whatever stat you're rolling with, click on the blue square or blue rectangle.
As a partial success, Darcy, that is total 7.
Okay. You swing in, and she like raises the bat in front of her.
Oh no, there it is. You did it.
We got it.
No, it already happened. It already rolled.
So is it a full success or just partial?
It's a 7.
Just
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think Anne might be a little bit behind us. There might be a little bit of breakup, but it's all good. So with the partial success, you engage her.
It's partial,
Absolutely
so you
engage
get
her.
to pick one. Yeah. You can choose between.
I do?
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yes, it's a thing that we do at the beginning of combat.
Okay, cool. Forgive me, haven't run the system before. Voice in my ear, can you give me some questions? That'd be super great.
Yeah, be the little devil.
I'm listening to God.
So, in the meantime, like, Agila kind of squats down, and just from wherever the elevated place this amazing-looking villain is standing, and just kind of, like, hunk up and just go bare-fisted, because I'm assuming as I got taken in, all my weapons were confiscated.
Oh, so you're just fighting fist to fist.
Yeah, I got me. I'm my weapon.
You have.
Okay. So, who is leading
Who
right
is the
now?
leader?
I think that one should be fairly clear.
Who's leading?
It's gotta be Goon, right?
Is that Ruse?
Wait, who's leading? No, wait. I'm serious. Who's leading?
I think it's Agila, right? I mean, unless Nimbus thoughts.
Gila got kidnapped, though.
Well,
Rushing in.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense to you, I guess?
yes, it does.
Yeah, I guess
Alright.
Agila. Okay.
Cool. Aquila, you're absolutely the leader in this scenario. Yeah, go on. Ooh. All right then. Does everybody have the same purpose in this fight? Or are some of you going out alone?
Goon.
Goon.
I had a plan, but also, yeah.
I
Maybe-
guess I was trying to help Goon's plan, and now it looks like we're just kind of. We look
kinda
like real
like a bunch
dupes
of idiots.
standing in the middle of the battlefield doing a quick bit, like a quick sketch in the
Yeah,
middle of
we're
this.
kinda-
If only someone was
Well-
filming this, eh?
A little
Oh,
bit of
God.
Okay. So Agila, do you have influence over everybody else?
Not every. Wait, I have influence.
Yes,
over-
everyone.
Not Seraphim. I
No.
think.
No, you
no.
do. I gave it to you at the beginning of the session.
I think then I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another one in the pool. Does anyone mistrust Agila or the rest of the team?
I'm good.
It's,
You know,
it's a scared trust, but yeah.
Yeah, she's putting the hot in hot mess right now, so I'll trust.
and I would follow basically anybody with a plan right now. So Agila kind of looks like
hot mess.
yeah, I'm putting the mess in.
Is the team ill prepared or off balance? I mean,
Yes.
We're off balance, I feel.
A little
Goon
bit.
is actively facing the wrong direction. So,
So that's one out of your pool.
I
Great.
will do that. I will mark a condition.
Great.
The condition I will mark is hopeless.
Great.
Agila's plan is smash this person.
that's it.
4 team. Nice. Alrighty.
14.
Okay, Agila, from your directly engage a threat, you have a choice to make, by the way. So either resist or avoid the person's blow, something create an opportunity, or deprive from your opponent.
As a free action, you frightened me and Goon.
I am also frightened.
Yeah, I'm creating the opportunity here.
Okay. How are you doing so?
I want to, as I'm rushing at you, whether or not I can take on the bat, I want to be completely in your line of sight.
Yeah. So you rush right up to this newcomer and just get right in their face. They hold you at bay. It's like if you were fighting with swords, you'd be clashed. You'd be looking at each other across your clashed blades. It's kind of hot. But as it stands, you are the only thing in her line of vision. What does everybody else do? You have an opportunity.
Super G. Super G is gonna fall back to some of her like martial arts training or whatever that she received from AEGIS, and she is also going to engage the threat, kind of like snapping to back Agila up, and I would like to roll using plus soldier, which is a special stat that both myself and Agila have. So yeah, that's what I'm
Sounds
gonna
good.
do. I'm just relying on my training, and I will. I guess that'll mean like I'll just. It has influence on me again as I snap back into my training. So I don't know what you want to do with that.
I'm
Darcy,
sorry,
but-
they already have influence on you.
The bad guys have influence again.
Yeah, so that will involve a
Yeah.
shift. What are your current stats, just out of curiosity?
Oh wow. Yeah. It hold on, let me pull up my, I'm gonna give you a gift here.
Please do.
I'm gonna give you
You're so good to
here.
me.
I have 0 danger, 0 freak, +3 savior, +3 superior, -2
Nice.
and +2 soldier. Those are my 6 special stats. I rolled a 4 on my directly engage a threat, which means you can make a GM move, and I mark a potential for failing
I will
really hard. So there
absolutely do
you go.
that.
Have
I
fun.
think
I'm right here again. Oh no.
I feel like that's gonna up your savior, but maybe.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. My savior cannot go up any higher. What happens here? Condition?
I believe so.
I think it's conditional,
yeah.
right?
But I also think that will reduce your mundane.
Yeah.
If you're really leaning into your sort of unique background, that's not normal. That's not mundane. And so my GM moves.
No, it's definitely a. Yeah, so I am going to mark the angry condition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to mark a potential.
Sounds good.
And I'm just gonna start rage fighting at the enemy.
Okay.
Blind rage.
I get to take a GM move. So as you I take it like she's engaged. Are you moving to flank to move into her space as well alongside Aguila?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So she steps back a little bit and blocks your blow as well. And she's cool, calm, collected. She laughs again and says, "You'll probably get what you want here, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. And remember, she's always watching." I see you.
Maybe can I retract the wink, actually?
Back to you guys. What would you like to do next? She's just holding you off at the moment. She's trying to get in your head.
I would like to unleash my power. Since in the last time I had to deal with a massive group of people that was a potential threat, I was able to influence their emotions to make them back off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to convince the soldiers all around us that we are their friends. So not outright mind control, but just give them a warm fuzzy about us.
Bring them into the Seraphim. I get it. Yeah.
So, all right, let's try this.
Pull their cell phones out and start filming. Like, yeah, this is good content.
Oh. Okay. So that is a 10.
All right. What do you get for that?
Okay, so on a 7+, you do it. On a 7 to 9, unstable or temporary, success is just you do it.
Great.
So how this looks is I will again strike that wonderful power pose. Like, Golden Child may have been an utter and complete asshat to me in advanced posing, but damn if I didn't study. So I will strike my power pose, and you will see that golden light radiating out again to all of the soldiers who are all around us, so that it touches every single one of them. And they will hear they will hear a voice in their head saying, "Stand down."
None of them have really actively engaged you thus far. You get the feeling that they're kind of here for bravado, to intimidate you a little bit. But they're all standing at attention. They've all got their guns trained on you all. And as soon as you unleash this power, you feel this ripple of calm go over the room. And they all just lower their guns a little. And you see some of them turning to each other and discussing what's going on. And goes, "Actually, are we the baddies?" And that's the first time that you see, what did you call it, Tav? Major Mayhem? Major Mayhem. What a brain. It's the first time that you see her kind of, like, there's a flick of the eyes as she watches this happen. Like, this is not to plan. This is not what I had going on. She covers it with a grimace and she kind of takes a stance, like, ready to swing. "I don't need them. Bring it."
I am going to look at Goon and say, "Do you trust me?" And then before Goon says anything, I am just going to scoop under the arms and fly up into the air.
Flying Jack!
I'm flying, Jack!
And I am going to this would be unleash my powers. This feels a little silly to say unleash my powers with just having wings, but I guess that works. That works. Yeah.
Airplane.
Just for clarity, are you dropping Goon on this
I
villain?
am going to drop Goon on Major Mayhem. Yes.
Thank you for spelling that out. Everything I hoped it would be.
Apparently, Seraphim has learned from Super G's tactics of falling from the sky.
It worked so well last time.
All right.
It actually did.
All right. So that is a 8. So mixed success. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Temporary flying is interesting.
It's temporary. I mean, all things are temporary, but Goon being safe seems to be temporary at this point as well. Because as soon as you drop Goon, you might unstabilize Major Mayhem, but you're also going to stabilize Goon and drop them right in the lap of this baddie. Which maybe Goon's happy with that. I don't know.
In the lap, you say?
So it's up to you. You can do this thing for your friend, or you can take a condition.
Do it. I have a plan.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm at this point, I'm pretty sure this is a great plan, even if there is some danger to it. So
you're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
You're my best fan, Goon. We have a parasocial relationship.
Would you sign my shirt?
I guess later, sure.
Yeah.
He's a bit busy right now, but he'll get to it.
Can I also spend a team just to give Goon a +1 to whatever they do next? As this is I'm actively throwing them down.
Under the bus? Yeah, absolutely you are. Yeah, this is a teamwork move for sure. So you take a +1. You are dropped. Major Mayhem is engaged with these 2 super soldiers right now. Her attention is fully on them. And then all of a sudden, out of the ceiling, just comes a person dropped directly on top of their head. You both go sprawling on the floor, but you are now absolutely in danger. I'm going to turn this back on you and say that you've kind of knocked Aguila and Super G off their rhythm. There was a good fight going on there, and you've knocked them out of their rhythm, and now you're just lying on the floor.
Well,
oops!
It's my moment of truth time.
Here we go.
Using the momentum of the fall, I roll into a stand and I put my bat in front of me and I say, "A duel!"
It's a bat duel.
A bat duel?
Which one is bigger?
You can't just ask a person that. That's real personal.
Goon's is wooden, right?
No, absolutely not. This is shiny carbon fiber.
Absolutely not.
That's good to know.
So the moment of truth is you've seen your greatest mistakes, and they have too. The whole world is watching you now, judging every move you make. When everything is on the line and your back is against the wall, though, you're going to show them what a hero really is. Of course, afterward, your old villainous contacts are liable to be pretty upset or mistrustful of you. Well, yeah, I'm sure this is going to be heard about in the villain world.
He's gonna make sure of it.
So, do you remember that scene in Birds of Prey where Harley Quinn snorted the coke and just got absolutely apeshit with the bat, like bouncing it off the ground and into their
Doja
face?
Cat starts playing in the background.
Yeah. It was Black Betty at that point. Whoa, Black Betty, bam, blam.
That's such a good.
Yeah, so just wham, 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 wham.
Okay.
Or the Pirates of the Caribbean style, but with bats instead. Chonk, chonk, chonk.
Have you got to roll that, or does that just happen because of the moment of truth?
Because it's my moment of
Happens,
truth.
baby.
Okay, I think at this point you're absolutely going to mark a condition on Major Mayhem, and then I'm gonna choose. She's angry. Oh my god, she's angry. This is not going to plan. You're making her like a fool. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So where are my angry moves? What can I do? What can I do? Okay.
I hope you're not too angry.
Ooh. She is raging. She like rolls back away from this engagement. She's taking a good hit, and like she's got these sunglasses on, and they kind of smash a little bit on one side. She's got that Darth Vader thing where you can only see half of her face, and she stands up. She rights herself, kind of like duffs off the leather jacket. Okay, all right. Big guns time. Snaps her fingers. And about half of the lights in this room go off. You now have patches of light throughout the room. Everywhere else is in deep, dark shadow. Back to you guys.
I am picking myself up off the ground, and I'm gonna kind of call out to Aguila, and I'm gonna say, I know we're going through a lot, but we gotta work together. And I will, if Aguila is down for it, suggest that we do a fastball special.
Remind me mechanically what that is?
Okay, so it is a plus danger roll. So we do a coordinated fighting maneuver together. The person who will roll the adult move Overwhelm a Vulnerable Foe, which is a plus danger roll, and the person who assists marks a condition. I don't know how your danger stat is, but this could be really fun. Want to try it?
What could go wrong?
Several things, but I don't want to talk about that. Ada, you cool? You cool?
Let's.
Is Aguila cool? Sorry, I just want to check. We can do other stuff if you don't want to. Also, the success on this is hilarious. Because it says success, the fight's over, they're done. We'd just spend a fun if we roll.
For clarity, when she turned the lights out, she disappeared. She was in the shadow. She's in the darkness. Buried the lead on that one a bit. Sorry.
That's not great.
You kind of see.
Oh, she disappeared.
You know
was gonna
where she
say-
was?
Okay.
To Super G, you kind of see Aguila once the lights go out. You at least hear from her movements that she is disengaging and like stopping her movement. That's what I will give back to whatever Super G is saying.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So she stopped moving altogether?
You see, you hear at least hear Aguila
So
like
then what I am-
stop her fighting stance, drop her arms, and like disengage and just be quiet for a second.
Okay, so then what I'm going to suggest, because it's dark, is that we do another 4 eyes or better. And try to reassess the situation, because it's dark, and I did not think this through. I'm like, wait, we can't murder in the dark. So that's what I would like to
I had something else planned. I'm gonna say here.
count. Okay, go. I'll just assess the situation on my own.
Just
then,
pool as
if
well.
That's okay.
Take pool.
Yeah, I will assess. I don't think I'll be good. I probably should have taken it knowing my luck.
Take it. We're at the end of the session almost.
Did I? Oh wait, that's not my roll. Hold on. Sorry. Foundry hates me. Hold on. Sorry. Why is it so slow? Okay, here it is. Okay, I'll take one of the pool. Why won't it let me?
You rolled.
roll it? Oh, here it is.
You rolled really well.
Oh.
Good job. You a 10. Success.
Heck
11. It's an 11.
11. Even better.
With the pool.
Oh, it's a 10. Yeah. No, but okay.
Okay, so what do you get for that incredible success?
No, it's well, the pool is if someone's assisting, so I'm either. I can ask 2 questions and take +1 to act on them. So, my 2 questions are, how can we best end this quickly? And then, what can I use to gain some light?
So she's alone now. You've isolated her, and she is definitely not as confident as she was. You could see that flicker of worry in her eyes when the soldiers not turned against her, but ceased being a backup for her. It's very likely they might have some sources of light. Unless any of you have something that you could rely on, you might be able to persuade them to pull out some torches.
Well, I do have cosmic energy, but I don't know how much that could light things up.
Okay. And how could we best end this quickly?
She looks really shaken. She looks like she won't take much more. She's rattled, and it wouldn't take much to add on another condition, she said in a meta way.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this kind of as an assist to Aguila, so that she can spend the team pool, because it's supposed to be if your teammate is assisting you, right? So I'm gonna say, forget about what's been happening. Just remember that I'm a part of you and you're a part of me. I believe in you. And then you can spend the team pool for whatever you do next against Major Mayhem.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to enable my moment of truth. Freedom isn't free, like because of folks and you and me. That's what it says on my sheet. Things look bleak, and our backs are against a figurative wall, and seems like dawn will never come because it's really dark in here. You find a way forward, italicized, without violence. So, kind of feeling around in the dark and maybe catching some of Major Mayhem's like irregular breathing, at least. It's like, you hear that? She doesn't know any better. And she gets to believe in me. AEGIS believed in me for the entirely wrong reasons. Because, and I will pick up something next to me and just throw it as hard as I can to like really put the point in like super strong, really other things. I said earlier, people have the right to make choices. I trust in Super G's choice to put her faith in me. You can have your choice to make the wrong decision. But take a look. You're making that decision alone. You willing to pay for it?
You see her step forward just to the edge of one of the pools of light. She's just behind the hard light device. And she looks at you in the eye and she says, "That's what you think. I told you, she's always watching. If I need her, she'll be here." then you'll be sorry.
And then you're going to be tossed away, just like I was. You're a tool.
She kept me safe. She kept my family safe when nobody else did. She's trying to keep this city safe, and you're all messing it up. How can't you see that?
You're a worse parrot than I am.
Okay, so my moment of truth, essentially, like, because I am AEGIS' clone, essentially piggybacks off of it if we're working together. So I feel like this is a together moment. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like essentially backing her up in this at this point. So I in turn take a step back and stop acting with violence to back Super G up in her words. And I'm just gonna say, it doesn't matter. In the end, life is messy, but we're going to win because good always wins. And that's my moment of truth. And basically, my moment of truth is that AEGIS' moment of truth applies to us at the same time. So I'm having my moment of truth at the same time.
Okay. Mackenzie, how does that impact Major Mayhem? Or is it just kind of increasing the effect of AEGIS?
Well, my moment of truth continues to say, your enemies lay down their arms and surrender, your allies step back from the brink of chaos.
Okay. That is exactly what happens then. She looks for a second, she has the bat slung over her shoulder. You both unleash these powerful words at her, and for a second she reels back as if she's ready to smash this device right in front of your eyes. She steps down. The bat clatters to the ground. And she says, "You've ruined this. This could have worked. We could have been safe. But if you want messy, that's what you'll get." And she just turns and walks away. You can see her moving through some of the pools of light, casting shadows as she goes. You see the door open at the other end of the room. The light spills in, framing her in silhouette as she just steps out. But as the door closes again, there's a ripple in the shadow. There's another figure standing there. She steps forward just to the edge of the first pool of light. Not in it, but enough that the reflective light shows an old, angular face, black and white hair, and a fearsome scowl. And Professor Penumbra says, "I didn't expect it to be you, of everybody. But that's what I get for underestimating you and my allies. Take it, see if it does you any good." She steps back and is gone.
Can I get the bat, do you think?
I will kick the step and kick the back bat towards Goon.
Yeah! You kicked ass.
Yeah.
Can you equip that? Is that new equipment? Can you mount that on your mech?
Goon and update. Wrong game.
Sorry.
We upgraded Goon with a what is a carbon fiber bat now?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Shiny
Just
carbon
them
fiber
together.
Double bat.
No. No, Goon is dual wielding now.
Oh, dear God.
I have one bat signed by Seraphim and the other signed by Agila.
All right.
I guess I look at the rest of the party and I say, like, so I have a thought.
No, he's
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, hard light device. We want to get rid of that.
Sure, yeah.
We kind of want to break down this whole place, yeah?
Yeah, following.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and Nimbus, to be clear, all these folks are like down with us right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so...
Just question above the table, because either the player, I thought, maybe I'm mishearing, but wasn't the hardening light the Penumbra's weakness, so we want this?
Right. Oh, okay, we want that. Okay, cool. Okay, so then
We have a resistance to outfit.
Yeah, Aguila and Super G, why don't you guys grab that and get out of here? And Nimbus, make sure these folks maybe get out. And I turn to Goon and I pull out a silver Sharpie and I sign the bat.
I haven't been this happy since before they split me and Hex up.
Okay, that's wow, it's really sad. Okay. I turn to Goon and I say, that's gonna be a collector's item someday. And I would like to fly up into the air and begin my moment of truth. And I yell to everybody to get out of here. As I pull out.
Agla and I will take the device with us so that we can use it.
And I'm gonna start one last live stream. I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna say, all right, Seraphim, it's me. I know this is
Hey Seraphim, I got a signed bat. Suck it.
okay. All right, Goon. All right, what a great fit. Goon, get the fuck out of here. Go.
Okay, sorry, bye. Hi, Mom. Sorry, bye.
Okay, God. Okay. So I've been thinking a lot about TikTok and fascism in the last, I don't know, about 20 minutes.
F-A-C.
Okay, we get it. All right, aren't you guys supposed to be doing? I'm trying to have a big dramatic monologue here. All right, so if everybody can just, thank you. So, anyways, fascism and TikTok. What is it? And I just wanted to say, I think I might have some self-esteem issues, and I think I need to maybe learn how to exist without being constantly validated by strangers. So.
Phew.
Okay, Goon. Yep, what a guy. That Goon. All right.
Wow.
So, I hate to say it, this is going to be my last live stream. Forever. I guess, if you guys want to go follow, I guess, Teen Vogue, who is organizing the resistance right now. I don't know. Whoever's doing that, you go follow them on socials. I don't know. I might die right now. Who knows? I'm just gonna do. I love you guys, and I think you're all really good people, and I think you guys should appreciate yourselves more than you appreciate random folks on the internet. Anyways, this is Suburban Seraphim signing off. And I throw up a quick peace sign, end. And I am going to, as everybody is finishing, kind of like sigh, focus in, pull all the light in the room towards me with like my light control abilities and just try and do a big freaking blast and destroy this place. And I think last minute before it opens, 2 more sets of wings unfurl behind me. And big blinding blast of light try and take this place out.
You flatten the rooms around you. The walls crumble in this like domino effect and you're just left standing when the dust settles and the light fades. Just a Seraphim-centered crater that used to be this facility. Everything is destroyed apart from the device that you require. And we all learned something here today about fascism and TikTok and choices. So, unless anybody has anything else they would like to do to wrap us up, that is the end of your adventure.
About 5 minutes later, Seraphim does walk up to the rest of the group and be like, all right, I think I didn't die, so that's huge. But I'm glad I got that last live stream out, I guess.
Can I borrow your phone? I'll give it back.
Yeah.
I log him out. I make I make my very first social media account. I find Seraphim. I like it, and I log out, and I give it back to Seraphim.
I pass out.
As we bring the device back to the base or whatever for other people to use, Gabby just looks at Elsie. She doesn't use the code name and whatever. She just says, "Hey, Elsie, you okay?"
I'm gonna be okay.
Look, no matter what happens from here on out, you've got a sister.
I got I got to choose one because I didn't know. And I got one created to be my better. So I'm going to leave the actual rescuing and the final battle to the betters. But I'll still be there with a punch whenever it's needed. Thanks for pulling me out of that.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you for opening yourselves up to this surprise chaos. Nobody knew this was happening, but thank you for being so welcoming. This is great. I'm gonna... Tav's away. I'm taking over now, and he can't have his seat back. Let us quickly do shout out, wrap up. Everybody go around and do big yourself up. Who are you? Where are you from? Why are you here? Where else can we find you? We'll follow the Twitch layout. We'll start with Gask and we'll end with Gano.
Hello, my name is Gaskinator. You can find me here in my room. God,
I'm on my way.
Oh God, I'm doxing myself with a flag. Oh no! Yeah, please don't find me in my room. You can probably find me on some Twitter links that are around the place. You can also find me at Girls Running's World. I should be... Oh, I got to go first, so I got to spoil it. Hage. We're going to be on something super special together for this upcoming Halloween. So you're going to see us not having good, goofy, fun time, but we're going to be shaking, crying, throwing up, all the good stuff for everyone's entertainment, obviously. And yeah, so look forward to that in the coming weeks, I guess, in this Halloween spooky time. And then pass it on.
Okay, it's me. Hi, I'm Anne. You can find me on Twitter at @XO_girlwonder. I yell about stuff there. More importantly, I am the community ambassador for Girls Run These Worlds. That is my home away from home. Practically live there. I will be running Good Society in November, so, I'm preparing for that in the upcoming weeks. Euro-friendly time, so, that's coming up for me. I play a bunch of characters everywhere. Just stay tuned to my Twitter. I'll yell all about it because I'm under pressure right now and I can't remember all the things I'm doing. Bye!
It me? Hi, I'm Ida. I'm on Twitter at in the pan down there. I play with Horde of Tales. Do a weekly Eberron D&D stream, and I forgot to at the beginning of the session. My group is nominated for Stream Team of the Year by the Gamers Awards. You have one more day to vote. I will also say, because we are an amazing company that Girls Run These Worlds and other producers and creators from there are also nominated. So if you have your votes up, and go take a look and spread the love around. Everyone nominated is doing such a great job. But if you have spare, give one to a Horde of Tales, but everyone else deserves it there. It's amazing. And I also work with Roll for Good, a UK EU community spreading charity goodness through ttrpg events. The next one coming up is 22nd October, where we will have 3 back-to-back one-shots raising money for AIDS Gender, which is an amazing organization to support trans youth and fighting for trans rights in the UK. So I will retweet all of that stuff down there. Thank you so much for having me. And I filled a bingo card of being in a game with Darcy. That was a complete surprise. Yay!
All right. Yay. Hi, it's me. I'm Shelby. You can find me on Twitter at Starlight Shelby. You can also find me over on Chaotic Wonderful, where I will be in the last episode of our Wander Home miniseries as the goth cat who doesn't like being touched by small children. And let's see what else. When I'm not there, you can find me lurking on Twitter, trying to propagate the gay agenda, or I'm also on Final Fantasy XIV, where I'm trying to collect all of the hot elves. So that's me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your generosity.
Yeah, and that's me now. Hi. My name is Gaynor. I am a non-binary queer actor and TTRPG enthusiast. You can find me on Twitter at Gaynorcott. That's GAYNORCOTT. You can find me weekly over on twitch.tv/Alakazam, streaming Skies of Belarius, which is an absolutely fantastic 5e AP. Having a really great time, and over monthly on twitch.tv/ThornyDryad. Streaming masks for this stream U-Force Inheritance, and having a fantastic time. And apparently, since Gask ruined it, yes, later in spooky season, we'll be running a show over on Girls Run These Worlds. So yeah, go watch that when it comes out. Get ready for some promo materials coming out soon. If you hate Seraphim, you'll hate my character over there. So it's a great time. So follow me on Twitter at Gaynorcott, and keep an eye out for future projects. Oh, and thank you for giving money. Big day for money. Love that.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I've been JC Darcy. I'm a writer, GM, content creator, performer, and director of operations at Girls Run These Worlds. They're a place who are near and dear to my heart. So yeah, absolutely come find all those people in all those incredible shows and all the amazing things that we've got coming up as well. We've got a lot of casting calls coming up, so keep your eyes glued. Come and take part. It's a wonderful community. I'm really, really proud of it. You can find me on Twitter at JCDarcy_. I will tweet about all those things that are going on, all my games, all the things I'm writing and doing. It's too much. I haven't slept this week. It hurts. Red Bull, please get me through this. Thank you all so much for letting me be here. Thank you, Tav, for inviting me. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me as I did not learn how to play that system at all, but it's fine. And we need to wrap up the giveaway. So we'll do a countdown in 10. It will end. In 9, it will end. 8, 7, 6.
69.
5,
4,
5,
2,
5,
2.
and it's done. Giveaway's over. Tav's gonna do the magic.
Whoa!
And I want some dice.
Yay!
Heck yeah! She had her headphones out, so she didn't hear. And you won.
Yay! Sorry, when people get chaotic, sometimes my ears need a break. I saw in chat though. Awesome. So
Congratulations. Well
yay.
done. Thank you so much, everybody, for donating. Thank you for being here. We've got another game coming up, the final fight against Professor Penumbra. I'll be there for that, because that's me. And then myself and Amber and Rosie and Dauntless are going to just get drunk and relax and just talk about the day and how it's gone. And Tav, I suppose Tav will be there too.
Oh yeah, thank Tav for doing this little thing here.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh
Tav.
yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Tav, I guess you did a good job too. Whatever.
All right. That is everything from us. Stick around. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.